Prior to ADEA, diabetes education was not seen, apart from in a few very large tertiary referral hospitals, as a nursing specialty, because there was no identity really before.
I do remember having conversations with Jan Baldwin back in those days, and I think one of the things that we felt was we needed a forum where we could appreciate what the other educators were doing and talk about what we're doing, talking about what we wanted to do, talking about what we needed to do. It provided that communication and support.
As time went on, ADEAs matured and it's grown into a professional organisation with high status. But from the very early days, it was still its own informal body that just was working hard towards being accepted, respected, and a professional organisation.
Professional organisations such as ADEA have I think they have a really important role to play, both in the maintenance of quality for services and in the support that they give to the members, in the profile that they assist individual members but also the organisation as a whole to establish and to be known by.
We set up standards of practice. They were first class. We set up competencies. You know, we were developing materials for educators to be able to use as their guidelines in practice.
We were either the first or the second professional group in Australia to publish standards of practice.
Credentialing coming into being, accredited courses coming into the universities as well, because I think that has allowed the profession to grow in many ways. It's given people the right to sign NDSS forms, for example.
I mean, there'd be a myriad of other things, you know, how they set up things like standards of care, competencies, strategic plans, all these things. I think they're all milestones as well.
We received reimbursement for diabetes education services, and that was a big step forward because that enabled some diabetes educators to go into private practice.
In the day when I was secretary of ADEA, that was a mere pipe dream, and I always tell the story that my poor daughter at the age of 11 was commandeered into stuffing papers into envelopes and putting stamps on for the annual general meeting and then secreting them into the mail system at the hospital so nobody noticed all these envelopes going through that were nothing to do with work. So I think the national office coming into being again added that extra layer of professionalism, I guess, and allowed the organisation to move to another level.
So in the future, ADEA is going to have more opportunities, I think, to be contributing to ongoing development of diabetes management and care within Australia. And in fact, we do have some opportunities to engage with organisations overseas as well. One of the really significant projects that ADEA has undertaken recently is the launch of the ADEA Research Foundation. Now, the Research Foundation has been very important to us as an organisation for a number of reasons, but one of the key ones is that we're really interested in research that engages with consumers, engages with diabetes educators and produces research that's able to be translated into practice and will improve the care of people with diabetes.
This is actually our 31st year of formal collaboration. ADEA is an organisation as far as Roche Diabetes Care is concerned, which develops, accredits, provides continuing education for our key stakeholder group, and a collaboration with the ADEA enables Roche to deliver similar things. So we see this type of collaboration achieving our goals in terms of education, support, continuing education, and without ADEA that would have been very, very difficult to do.
Oh, look, I think it's been a great experience.
I'm very happy that I actually had that opportunity.
It's, really satisfying that I was able to work with a remarkable group of people.
It's exciting that we've moved on to this period and we'll stay on for longer.
I mean, I think the richness of the organisation is its multidisciplinary membership.
And a friend of mine put me forward, so that was probably, initially. So very, very proud to have sort of moved on from there to being part of this really professional organisation.
And it took a remarkable group of people to do the work that was required to move it along the way it is now. And the people, and I watch now from the sidelines, and I see that it's still going from strength to strength.
An organisation that has grown from probably a handful of people to something quite significant.
What's been put in place over the years by ADEA is actually a model for the development of professional organisations.
I think it's amazing where we've gone, and I look forward to seeing where we go. I don't know that I'll be around for the next 35 years, but at least for the next few years to see how that